talk about stuff virtually, new products up and
Absolutely.
coming 2022. So, shall we kick off with the first one? Let's get
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ball
yeah,
rolling.
yeah. Let's go ahead. I got some stuff to show. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over here. I'll keep you boxed in on the screen. We'll come on over and then we'll kind of chit chat back and forth, about some fun stuff and everything.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
right.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
All
And yeah, what's
right.
going on, chat? How's everybody doing? Misfit, Box, what's going on? Lazo, DePoets. Hey, DePoets, man, dude, you were blowing up on Twitch. I'm sorry, not on Twitch. You were blowing up on TikTok, man. Grats on all of that new following and everything that you got going on. I think you were literally like the only one that was there. So hats off to you for being the brave one to go out there and everything. Hope everything is all good and you came back home nice and safe, man. Take it easy. Okay. So now for me, going forward here with this, one of the things that I've been working on, which this is more or less probably one of the first live things. I mean, I showed this a little bit on some other live streams last week when we had CES, but this is the new Core P6, but it's not just the new Core P6. It is a custom build Core P6 that has some of our newer Thermaltake products in it. Now, first and foremost is definitely the big one in the room here, and that is this new beautiful Distro Plate that we have here. Now, this is a specific one that is designed directly for the Core P6. And we also have this coming for the Core P8 as well. So this is our new distro plate, and it actually replaces the front mount on the case. Like if you buy the case by itself, it's going to still have the front mounting to do your standard 120, 140 fan fitment, metal bracket, all the normal stuff that everybody's used to. But to take it a step further, is part of what we do here at Thermaltake. Leveling up your Core P6. This is going to be a new product that we're going to be having coming out here for this year. And then this product is going to be offered for the P6 and the P8, like I said, as a separate option. And then just it replaces that front panel and just gives you this beautiful waterfall of coolant right here. And I mean, you guys know there's a lot of fun things that you can do with this.
Very nice. Very
And of
nice.
course,
This
keep
is the
my
new
performance.
Core P6, you say, right?
Yeah, so this is a new Core P6, but it's not just any Core P6. This is our new Racing Green Core P6. As you've probably known, we're going pretty crazy with colors. And we have a variety of chairs, memory, cases, and everything like that. And I'm a big fan of green. Green's been my favorite color for my whole life. And this Racing Green one was definitely a must for me to be able to build something that's nice green
Oh,
color when it's nice and rich with the green on here.
all right. So the
And
whole
even then,
chassis is actually
the
racing
whole
green.
the whole case is completely painted green. Of course, we offer this in both our standard black as well as the snow edition. We have this in two greens. So this is this one, which is the racing green. And then we
Uh huh.
also have the turquoise as well, if you really want to get wild with some other colors.
Yeah, I noticed you guys, Thermaltake, starting doing a lot of colors in terms of actual the chassis itself. Different
Ooh,
types
baby,
of
a lot of colors.
yeah, the gold one. I seen the gold ones. That looks
Yeah,
pretty cool, right?
right.
And yeah, I think a lot of people now want different choice in colors rather than just the black or the white and the boring gray, right? And the racing green, yeah, I've seen them. The color's nice on that. Even the PSU cover, is that racing green? It is.
So the PSU cover, everything, all the panels, all the brackets on the case. The only thing that's not technically green is the base or the footing of the case, which is black, which is that same. This is a different type of material that we're using for the base. Because, a lot of like the Core P3s that we did had just like the little foot prongs and everything. And a lot of that was concerned with stability and stuff on the case. And giving this more of a flatter surface, basically covering the bottom, not only opened up more options for cooling for us, but it did also give it more stability. And of course, with it being in the Core P series, you can still mount it on the wall.
Oh, nice, nice. Oh, one more thing. I noticed you got this RAM cooler. Is that right on there?
Yeah. Yeah, so I actually have a couple of different things. I gotta set my one camera so I can just get the angle right with this. Let me show you on this, but just give me 1 second here. Those little fun technicalities. Yeah, because like I was saying, we were trying to get stuff kind of situated here last minute, but yeah, let me zoom in on this a little bit more. So with the Core P6, at least for the case that I'm using here with this today, we did add in some new products here that are going to be upcoming here from Thermaltake. First and foremost is going to be this DIY LCS CPU Cooler Block that you see right here. Now, we've done screens before in the past, but mostly with AIOs, and this is going to be one of our first to market with DIY LCS customizations, and it's basically giving you a full digital screen. As you can see right here, it's showing 29 degrees Celsius, and that's the liquid temperature right now of the system. And then with all that and everything, I can interchange this. We can do a variety of things. I mean, this can basically go from being monitoring, where I can do CPU, GPU, temps, all that kind of fun stuff, CPU load, and it's all integrated into our software. And then, of course, we got the fun JPEGs and GIFs, so you can do some animated fun things on there and everything with that. And then to add more, we have this new memory screen clip. So we have this new Pacific, the A2, and basically all it is a screen that clips on over your memory. I thought this was a great idea for us, as we've done the AIOs with the CPU and the memory cooling, and we had the screens on both of those, and it's integrated into an AIO, you know, for like the cooling side of things. And we're like, hey, what else can we do with the screen? So being able to make it a clip-on feature. So if you have RGB or not, it's going to fit anything that clips onto it, or at least as far as what I've seen, and be able to give you another option for even another screen like I have here with the Core P6.
Yeah, one thing I like about your build, Mike, is that your memory is accessible. I hate builds. Yeah, this is just my personal preference. I hate PC mods and builds where the tubes are all over the memory, so you can't have access to the memory. But yeah, your build, yeah, marks a 10. Yeah, I'll give it a 8.5. Yeah, 9 possibly. You got accessible RAM. That's what I like about it, right? Yeah, you can easily access the RAM. You can change it out, whatever. And I like the DIY. Like I said, most of the AIOs will have all the displays on the water block, but this one, like you said, is DIY and allows you to have the displays. So that's new. That's good. And yeah, like I said, I like the tubing. I like the Distro Plate, stuff like that. So Core P6, huh? When's that available? When's it coming out? How much? Oh, your mic's. I can't hear you. Yeah.
Hold on.
Here we go.
Yeah, give me 1 second here, because I'm getting double audio. Okay, I think. Can you still hear me, by the way?
Yeah. I'm good.
Oh, but I muted him.
You
Okay.
muted me.
I muted you that time. But my chat's telling me that we have like a double audio thing going on. When you switch screens, it echoes. Okay.
I was
Because I'm
probably
wondering if it's coming through from your side or from my side. Oh, sorry, guys. 1 sec.
probably on your screen, on your side.
I'm just trying to think on where it's coming in, because, you know, I got you on the chat side of things.
Have you got
Well, you know how it goes. Sorry. So was it on? Is your mic? It is just the other zoom in scene. Oh, it's just the okay. It's just your mic, and it's just the okay. Let me make sure I don't have any other tabs open. I have duplications.
Yeah, you probably got a screen with a mic on somewhere.
That's what I'm double checking real quick. 1 sec. Okay. Noob this guy, I know, right? Is it still the same, guys? Is it still the same? Is it good here? Are we good here? Or was it the other place that it was bad? Audio's fine now? Okay, cool. All right, so we'll just kind of stick here with this to make the best of it. The other place. Oh, okay. Okay. Understand. I think I know why. It was just if you guys can understand, I had to integrate him in not just with video but with audio into our current live stream setup. So I had to do some last minute changes and everything. So appreciate you guys bearing with me on that one. But thanks again for letting me know. You guys are the best. Thanks, chat. Chat's the best. Love the chat. Gotta love the chat for that. And you can hear me too, Winston. Yeah, I can hear you. You can
Yeah,
hear me,
it's
right?
all good. Yeah,
Coach, coach.
normally I like, oh yeah, let's kind of dial in and get the audio connected and stuff like that. And yeah, it's I mean everybody's streaming setup is different. And for
Well,
my
that's what I expected, right?
yeah, for my one, I'm using Google Meets because it's easier for me to just integrate and also have it into one screen and then share the content. When I share the content, it means that you see what I'm seeing, right, on the stream,
Right.
so that we can get like everybody's on the same boat. We can see each other the same content. Whereas, for example, you could be displaying content to your viewers which I won't be able to see, right?
Right.
So yeah, different streaming setups. The one I've got set up is well, it took me. It needs practice because it takes time to build up that perfect kind of stream setup, and yeah, it took me like a couple of months to figure it out. But hey, it's all done. I'm ready. Now I'm going mobile, so you can see I'm in a hotel, but not CES, by the way.
Way to go, my friend. I mean, hey, for somebody like you though, in the media, I mean, that's a thing you guys have to figure out. I mean, I don't think a lot of people understand what a lot of you guys go through. The stuff that you have to remember to bring, the stuff that you have to configure, set up. And then there's the situation like we have, right? Stuff that's beyond your control.
Yeah, yeah,
Internet issues,
yeah.
other things like that. And you just got to fix it on the fly and you just got to man up and do it. You know what I mean?
That's right,
It's
because it's
it's
two
tough
meg.
out there.
Well, hotel connection, because you probably know, right? A hotel, hundreds of guests. The upload speed I checked is like 2 meg, which is not
Oh.
great for streaming. So I decided, right, I can't stream live.
Think of all those
Let's,
people playing video games in
yeah,
the room next to you.
yeah.
Tell them to log out. You need internet, man. Tell them.
So I said, okay, Mike, how about you? You could stream it from your side. At least you can get it from your viewers and stuff
I'm
like
like,
that.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean,
It didn't work too bad.
this is
Didn't work
it.
too bad.
Live means live. It means little
That's
errors
right.
here and there. And this is what makes it so interactive. I mean, people understand that. Yeah, it's good to put a nice video, all like edited and everything. But live is live, and this is what happens. And
Yeah.
this is what's good about it. You actually
Actually, I think I
see
know what the
the
other thing is.
person in action with all the mistakes, which happens anyway. So,
We can't hide anything here like those people do on YouTube.
oh yeah, YouTubers, we're live streamers. We have like different sets of standards and goals, right? So yeah,
It's great to have you on, man. It's amazing to get to chat with you again. Like I was saying, and like you were saying, the face to face is so big.
yeah,
And
yeah.
again, like I said, you're one of the few that I get to see a couple times a year at these big events and everything.
That's
And it's
right.
just unfortunate, but we're playing it safe. And
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
hope for the next one, man. Hoping for the next one.
That's right. So for you viewers, for your viewers, Mike, let me explain. I'm Winston from Funkykit. So if you haven't or don't know who I am or you haven't seen any of my content, then head over to funkykit.com. It's a website we've been running for more than like 10, 15 years. And also we have a YouTube channel, and also we do live streams every week. We do prize giveaways and content kind of introduction, product introduction, as well as mods of the week, which is a popular little section. We take a load of mods or kind of projects from our extreme PC modding group, which
Thanks,
have
Vanilla.
over 87,000 members. And you guys can, if you want to get some modding ideas, head over there and check it out. Or if you have any mods that you want to post, then get over there. Extreme PC and modding,
See,
which
there
is
you go.
the
This guy is the owner. You guys, he's the man right here.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I mean?
Head
Like
over there, check it out.
it's so different for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, I work for Thermaltake. I love to show the products off and everything. But these guys, like Winston here, I mean, he's an entrepreneur. He's doing it all himself, you guys.
Yeah,
It's
I
awesome.
mean
It's a lot of work.
the
It's a lot
show.
of work.
Yeah, that's right. The show talks all live show anyway. Talks about a little bit of crypto update. We do like prize giveaways. We have live prize giveaways,
You got me into
and
crypto, by the way. I
Oh
blame
yeah,
you for
yeah,
this.
yeah.
I
See,
blame
see.
you for this.
So
After
that's it.
talking
I
to you,
mean,
you remember?
after talking to me, now he's getting into crypto. So yeah, definitely. And we'll talk, that's another topic we'll talk later
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
But
We'll save that for later because I got to tell you my Shiba story, but we'll save that for another time.
all right,
So
okay.
yeah, so going back on the P6, right? So I got a lot of liquid cooling stuff that's in here. Some of the products we've already had out. I mean, of course, people know that we've been doing hard tubing. We do have limited options for graphic card water block solutions, but they are still existent for the most part if you can get a graphics card. We understand that, and I think that's a big reason why you don't see a lot of it out there, but our cooling solution is still in demand as much as people are trying to build systems, case, power, cooling, and of course, now with us having memory and the big news of DDR5 and everything like that coming around, of course, us here at Thermaltake, we're ready for most of this stuff. The Core P6 that you see right here is, standard ATX build. Nothing too crazy, I would say. I'm still running DDR4 on this one, but I am using our RC memory, which is basically our non-RGB memory, and I'm just using this to promote and or reference with our new LED screen that you can see. So that way we can kind of talk a little bit about screens and a little bit more about the ultra stuff that we're going to be kicking off here with Thermaltake for 2022. Now, ultra is a new word for us here at Thermaltake. It's basically a new product kind of line that we're doing. We've done Ring Plus, RGB Plus, plus every plus of pluses. And now, thankfully, we're changing because thankfully we're changing plus 2.0. I mean, come on. So being able to do some ultra stuff and incorporating it in with like LED screens, not just any screens, because we've been doing screens for a while. I got our TF2 up here, which is our inline hardline temperature and flow sensor, which is great. Helps me, my temperatures get hot, my pump dies. It's going to give a physical beep and complain to me that something's wrong. I need to look at it. That's the whole goal of that product, and it does an amazing job at it. You don't really have to worry about too much, but you got to think about it. If you're somewhere else in the kitchen and it pops up on your screen, there's a problem, you're not going to see it. It's computer's not going to tell you and everything. It's like getting a cherry struck in your throat if you follow me on that movie. You don't know what's going on. And then all of a sudden, but if this thing starts beeping at you like your alarm clock in the morning, you're going to be like, what the? And you're going to go look. And that's all it has to do.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
it has to do
That's
makes you
fair.
look, right? So then being able to integrate more stuff with like screens and other, like, not necessarily, I guess you would say safety stuff, but just accessories and everything, for people that want to be able to do more of this stuff and feel comfortable about it. You know what I mean? Because if your pump dies, it could be problems if you're leaving your system on 24/7. You know what I mean? Who knows what you're going to come back to? And stuff like that's an important thing to have. And with the screens and the monitoring and all that stuff, it's just adding a little bit more to what we've kind of already done with a lot of liquid cooling that we have. I mean, from the Distro Plate, you got the D5 Performance. Of course, you got our Ring Quad fans and all that, and our other RGB fans, our Tough fans, if you're looking for more of a performance aspect. But I really think the Ultra series with the MX2 Ultra, which is our new CPU block that I have in here, as well as like our Pacific A2, which is our new memory screen clip-on. Stuff like this is a nice welcome to see. I mean, to have a screen on a DIY LCS block is pretty interesting in itself because most of the ports are right there on that. So we had to put the ports in a different place. And of course, with that, made me have to do water cooling a different way. So this is what I came up with. Thought it was pretty cool. Nice little fun little bends in here. Did a nice little core P bend kind of idea in there with that. Got a couple of 90s on here. Just doing some fun, wild stuff that I like to do.
Hey Mike, so you mentioned the beeping alarm for the sensor and stuff like that. Are these anything
You want to
connected
hear
up
it?
to your? No, I mean, are these connected up to your? Is Thermaltake a mobile app? Do they have a
So,
mobile?
oh man, we have apps like we have a variety of different apps now. We
Oh,
have
I'm
the
talking.
artificial
I'm
reality,
talking.
but
No, the thing is, I'm talking about mobile apps on the mobile.
we do have a TTRGB Plus app for your phone, both Android and iOS. Yeah.
Ah, okay, okay. So maybe later on, this is maybe some feedback you could tell your Thermaltake guys. Hey, how about the alarm gets fed to your phone? Because you're gonna be holding your phone everywhere you go, right?
Right.
So you're in the kitchen, you got your phone. Like you said, the alarm beeps. You can't hear it because that's in your bedroom upstairs somewhere, right?
Right.
So you're in the kitchen downstairs. Something happens. The alarm goes off in the
Screen's
sensor.
looking good, ain't
Then you could have it on your phone, and it's hey, it's beeping, and then you could just hey, that's the feedback. Maybe you could tell your Thermaltake guys.
segueing a little bit to already talking with the Thermaltake guys and would love to promote that with the newer stuff that we've been offering with our software. We now have
Ah,
features integrated. These new
oh,
features, one of the ones that's the biggest one, I would say, is the CPU temperature override, meaning that in
ah,
the software, I can set because this software just auto loads. You turn it on, everything's rainbow, yeah, and then it goes green because it sets to the profile. But in
mhm.
the software, I have it stored in there. If my CPU hits over 90 Celsius,
Oh,
it's
it
going to
goes.
automatically shut the computer off.
Shut the computer off. Okay, cool.
It shuts it off. So, like, if you came home to a turned off PC versus coming home to a turned off leaking PC, those are the differences.
Yeah, and
Right.
also, can you like set the temperature so that it goes, for example, like you got a maxed out temperature, say, I don't know, 80 degrees Celsius, whatever, and the RGB changes color, right?
Yeah, we do have a so we have a temperature mode as well.
Yeah,
And with that temperature mode, it would be something that I could go in here and I could set it to particularly, like put everything in like a temp mode. Like you said, everything's blue when it's cold, and then
yeah,
it just
yeah,
starts as it gets warmer. It goes from like a blue. I think it goes from like blue to, I think it's like a yellow. Oh no,
yellow,
green. It's like a green and then a
the
yellow and then an
yellow,
orange and then
orange.
a
Yeah,
red and
yeah,
then
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of like
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah,
looking at the
yeah,
needle going up and you're like danger zone.
yeah. See, that's the kind of thing I which I'll probably be quite interested in. Yeah.
Let me switch over here really quick because I don't have you over here on this one. And hopefully my audio is okay. But this is so I know you can see this right now. So just to show real quick, since we were talking about it, but this is basically the system. Actually, okay, hold on. Let me have to set something. Mm. I'll have to set something back up on that because I got to get my mouse
Yeah,
for it. I
no
have one over
worries.
here that I can plug in.
Okay.
But I can show some software in a little bit. Let me talk about the cases, and I can kind of come back to that to show a little bit of that. But that's some of the cool features that we've had with the software. And I mean, it's like a free DLC. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? The
yeah,
game and everything. We keep updating this. We've come out with a new 2.0 version, which I thought was a big step for us as far as RGB software goes. Of course, we've had a couple of hiccups here and there, but most of this stuff is working. A lot of this newer stuff is going a different way. We're actually trying to get rid of controllers. We're actually trying to go with a more streamlined approach with that. And I'm looking forward to seeing what type of options Thermaltake will offer in the future as far as how we deliver that perfect user RGB experience. I guess you would say that we've been trying
yeah,
to do for many years.
yeah, yeah. So, like I mentioned, is it called P6, right? When's it coming out? What's the price? Is that already set? Available?
Okay, so price wise on that, and hold on one second. I had a question in the chat. So one was asking about our More the Merrier giveaway. Just real quick, just to mention this because I won't want to talk about it too much. We are doing our giveaway. Our giveaway will be tomorrow. So we will be on our standard channel time Wednesday, 1 o'clock for our Thermaltake live show. We're just doing this as a special show to help out our good friend Winston here from Funkykit. Okay. So don't worry about that, guys. It will be tomorrow and we'll have all the information up. So don't worry about it. All right. So let me just take a look because I mean a lot of stuff. So pricing was an interesting thing. And the reason why I say that is because of tariffs and a lot of stuff that's been going on. So a lot of pricing and everything has been kind of, I guess how you would say, a little bit all over the place.
Mm.
Most of the pricing for the case itself, you're going to see is pretty straightforward. It's going to be just like the other cases for the most part. But as I'm kind of coming in here looking at these, like, say, for example, the colors, right? You're looking at like the racing green, and I'm looking at this. These are going to be a little bit more than the standard because I think the standards were a little bit under $200, and these are going to be about $229 US MSRP for the Core P6 by itself. So
Right.
a little bit more, but there's more material here with the case. It's definitely a step up from it. It should be just a little bit more than what we have for the other Core P6s as far as the standard ones that we got, mostly because of the color, the FA Porsche collaboration that we have, because that's where a lot of this came involved with was that FA Porsche collaboration. We've been doing memory, we got the new chairs, and then of course we've been doing colors and everything from our other cases, like a little mini helicopter case, the AHT200, the Tower 100, where like you were saying with the gold and everything, we have like gold cases that we're doing some wild colors and stuff like this with the Core P6. I personally been waiting for this green, like I was saying. It's looking pretty cool. The distro, I don't have any pricing on it. We are looking to have it probably towards the end of Q1. But again, like I said, a lot of this stuff is kind of changing. I think the distro might see a couple more changes to it. This might not be the final version of it. A couple more ports and everything would be nice on something like this. But I do think that it's got a nice layout for what it is.
One quick
But a little bit
question.
more configurations would be great.
Yeah, one quick question. Like your distro, does it come with the pump built in?
Yeah, so the distro is going to come with the pump built in, kind of like what we've done with our other DP100 and 200s. D5 pump, so that's all integrated in there. You got a fill port, drain port, and then a couple ins and outs.
All right, cool.
Pretty similar for a lot of what's going on with that.
All right, so case covered. What's your next one that you're going to be talking about? What product?
Okay, so case-wise and all that seems we talked. Yeah, so we got a lot of that going. Let me show you guys something new. Let me show you guys something new. I'm going to switch over here to my little handy cam so I can give you guys a little bit better of a close-up. I'm hoping that I don't affect the audio there, but I'm sorry, Winston, you'll be heard, but you might not be seen particularly in this.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay. So
you got fans.
Right here, I got some fans, but audio's still good. You're the best, Ghost. So right here, I got some fans. These are pretty standard fans. I mean, this right here is our Ring Trio fan. You guys may or may not know this already. We have a Rings, the Ring Plus, Ring Duo, Ring Trio, and then, of course, the Ring Quad, which we have over here in the P6 with the 4 rings on it. So one of the things that's always more or less kind of bugged us, maybe it's something that's bothered you. Me as a builder, I'm not really particularly fond of having to stare at the back of a fan when I'm doing like a push-pull configuration. So it was one of the questions that has come up, and it was definitely something we had to take a look to see how we were going to implement something like this. And I'd like to announce that we're going to be talking here a little bit about the new Ring Transform. So we have a new Transform, and what this is this is basically a concept product, and the idea of how this housing goes and how the fact that this fan is removable. And if you kind of take a look at it as I bring this up a little bit closer, you'll notice the fan blades are in a different orientation. Now, the idea of this is going to allow users the option to be able to interchange the fan blades so that way the airflow direction still stays the same, even though the fan blade more or less is reversed. Meaning that if I have this fan mounted on the front, I'll get to see all my glorious RGB and have this nice front logo here without having to look at the back because this is where my radiator is going to go. But if I wanted to do a push-pull configuration, I'm going to have to look at the back with a standard fan. But now with the options that we have by having a hydraulic ball bearing, it allows easy removal of the fan blades. And then with these new transforms, this allows me to keep not just 2000 RPM, which is higher than our current Ring trios that we offer, but now I can have a front-facing back airflow type of transformation with my fan. So I still get this part, but I get it on the back inside and still get the front on both ways, even though the airflow is still going the same direction. So it's a new little thing that we have here from Thermaltake.
Very interesting. Yeah, because I noticed when I do build, and I'm looking at the fans awkwardly because they, like you said, there's just that little black bit there which houses the fan itself, and like this is a small little thing, but does make a difference when you still, if you build in some systems where you have the radiator kind of like push pull configuration.
And it's not necessarily just about like I'm not that big of a fit, like you said. It's okay, it's still not a problem, but how do you make sure that you don't degrade the performance of what you already expect by just having to flip it around? You know what I mean? Not necessarily make it just an aesthetic only, but still be able to just deliver its performance. And like I was saying, I mean, we're bumping the RPMs up to 2000, at least in the concept idea of this. A lot of this stuff can still change, guys. We will likely have more information come around summertime for Computex, and I hope to have either a final product or have more information in regards to when we're going to be doing it, because a lot of stuff's a little bit of limited, as you could think of here with a lot of what's going on.
All right. Okay. So expect to see that. What is that called? It's called a flex. You say flex?
It's called the Transform.
Transform. Transform. Okay.
Now,
Thermaltake
I do
transform.
want to ask you a question that I usually ask everybody else in here. And I mean, chat, feel free to jump in too with your feedback. I was going to ask you guys this tomorrow, but with the Ring Transform, would you rather us have the fan blade included so that way you could just more or less interchange it like I just did? Or would you rather have them just be two separate SKUs and one goes one way and one goes the other, but it's two different products? What do you think's the best way to go?
Oh, definitely include the fan.
Just
Yeah.
include the extra blade and
Definitely.
price
Yeah.
goes up a little bit more, and then you more or less just have the option.
Yeah. Because you're having two separate products. People might order a wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? Without
Right.
realizing, oh shit, I should have ordered.
Because then it's useless, right? More or
Yeah,
less, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have the fan in there included, I can say, hey, I can just swap it out.
Right.
Or later on, I can move it, or you reuse those fans on another system, but just swapping the fans out, the blades, I mean. So definitely just putting the blade in as a
I'd love
extra.
to swap the cable as well, by the way.
Swap
We
the-
definitely need to do a new thing with the cable. This has been working, but I agree it's a little bit long. A lot of this stuff. We need a new way to connect a fan. And we know this. And it's not that easy. You know what I mean? As far as at least Winston, this is what chat was asking in regards to that. But I think chat's agreeing with you. I think that the idea of just including the two different blades,
Definitely, yeah.
interswap it and everything makes it pretty straightforward. I mean, it's the benefits of having a hydraulic ball bearing in the first place, because these things are so simple to just pop out. I know a lot of modders love this feature because they can paint these or paint this for that matter and be able to put it back together without, I would say, minimal mess. I mean, it's not like the fluid goes flying everywhere or anything crazy like that. And I've been doing this for years. This has been an option that's been removable for years here with us. And finally being able to get something that will offer basically a reverse and still keep the performance, I think it's a pretty cool idea.
Yeah, yeah. All right,
Right.
interesting product to look forward to. All right, power supply. You have something new?
Well, I don't. Okay, so I'm using this power supply to demo the next one.
Oh,
We do
right,
have some new powers coming out. I don't really have them here to show. I wasn't going to take too much time up with it. But one thing to mention is we are doing those small Sfx power supplies. And the thing that I like about them is they're now including switchable versions. Because the old Sfx, the small little Sfx power form
right.
factors,
Hmm.
the other ones were just you plug it in and it turns on. There was no switch to them. And even though they were a gold rating, they still worked great. I used them in a few builds here, but having a switchable option now is very convenient. And especially with the little SFX, that's going to be my new little travel like test power supply. I mean, we're going to do them 750 and 850 watts. I mean, dude, I could put that thing in my back pocket and pull that out and use it to power my pump to fill my loop before, putting power to it.
Yeah, this those little SFX power supplies are not cheap, by the way.
No, they're
Um,
not.
but they are quite cute, if you know what I mean. Imagine having a mini ITX motherboard, but those mini tiny boards. I love mini ITX boards. The reason why is that you could actually build anything around it, especially
Right.
mods. And then you have that powered by the SFX power supply, and yeah, you can put that in the tiniest case. It's craziest mods you can create, but yeah, but SFX mods power supplies. So see more of that from Thermaltake
We're
soon.
doing some other stuff with some, the platinum stuff and everything with our PF1, our GF1. So we have some other new models that are more or less coming out, kind of filling some gaps, I guess you would say, but nothing new or like, you know, uh, uh, groundbreaking as far as changes to power, at least not yet.
All right,
And
cool.
everything in that regards there. So then I had them hidden so no one would see.
Is this what
This
are
is
they?
another new one to show you guys, and I'm going
Okay.
to do a little demo on this one. I think you guys are going to like this. I think you guys are going to like this. So this right here, just to kind of, I'll close up on this, but this is our new Toughfan RGB. So this is
Oh,
basically
right, right.
taking the Toughfan design with the Gen 2 bearing. Sorry, I'm not trying to flip anybody off. The Gen 2 bearing that we have here with the Toughfan, but adding RGB all the way around. Let me give you guys a little bit of a demo here. So that's why I got my power supply out. I got my RGB controller. So this is going to integrate in with our current system, more or less. Plug it in, turn it on, And hopefully the RPM doesn't blow the fan over, but it might because I don't have any particular control on it. It's just going to go full bore right now. But either way, I can set this up so you guys can demo it and
Oh.
kind of be able to get an idea. Oh, whoops, let me move it over here so you
Yeah.
guys can get a little bit of a different idea as far as the new directions we're going in with RGB here and incorporating that with our Toughfan performance. So this is going to give a different angle on RGB for us because you're going to have RGB every which way, front and back. And it's really going to change, I think, a lot of how we do our animations. We've been doing a ring forever. It's been a while, right?
Yeah, like
show you
you
guys a little bit
got
closer.
you got the rings, and this is now blocks, really. But
So this is ideally just a different. I mean, we still have the ring, we still have our fan ring here, but we're incorporating the framing now to be able to do something a little bit different. And I think it's being
so I
nice
can
and unique
see
for us.
it's rotating in RGB. So what's the LEDs in there? Is that like it's not one big LED, right?
No. I mean, from what I'm seeing here, and a lot of this, you guys just to understand, this is all concept stuff. This is probably not the final diffusing, but I mean, if you kind of look as I get a little bit closer, you guys will see the
Oh,
amount.
right, I see
Look
it.
how many LEDs are in here, and they
Yeah,
go basically all the
around.
way around. I don't even know how many there are. I didn't count them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
But
get you.
and they're on both sides. So the idea of this is that we're going to have two different zones, like we would have with our Ring Duo, for example, or even how the Ring Trios are, where I could have one color and one animation on the front and a different color and animation on the back, or make them the same, or do a lot of. This is going to open some new doors for us with RGB. Definitely give us some more options, and then you're going to get that better performance for both silence as well as speed and airflow, with this being just a Toughfan in general. And I mean, come on, it's fully blocked off now with this RGB, so airflow is dedicated to the center fan. There's no bleed through with some of the other designs that you see out in the market. So it's going to be interesting. And this is going
Yeah.
to be the new Toughfan RGB.
So you have that in the 120 and 140, right?
Right here. So starting out 120, 140s, I could definitely see us doing a 200 if we can figure it out, but we might not. I'm not too sure. But at least for now, these are some of the new things to come.
Okay, cool. Interesting. All right.
All right. So yeah, so that's a little bit of fun there with that. I wanted to show you I got to show you guys the RGB. Just a little bit. But this is cool. There's going to be some different things. I mean, it's literally cool. It's a fan, but
Yeah.
it's going to be some different directions from us, especially with how a lot of things are, and you know what I mean. A little bit. Oh, dude.
You pull the cable off somewhere.
I lost power. No, I lost power completely. Oh no.
It's
Oh, but
okay.
you're still on though.
I'm still on.
Is chat? I don't know is the chat still here? Hold on, I got to figure out what's going on. My power just went out.
Oh, no way.
But it's like, but I have multiple breakers, so one breaker went out. Oh my gosh, let me find out.
Probably the power supply that you plugged in earlier.
No, I just unplugged it is all that I did. It had nothing to do with that. Give me a second.
All right. You're
I am
back.
so glad I have switched up my audio like this, but I don't know. Hold on, give me a second, guys. I don't even know if I'm live right now. Am I still live? Are we still here? We are. Oh,
Yeah. That's a good thing about Twitch is that even if you suddenly get off, just cut offline, you can actually just go back in. So,
but I don't think we actually left live. But I know my camera's probably dropped out and went black for a minute. Give me 1 second. I got to refocus a couple of things and turn on my other monitors. But luckily for me, I have stuff set up on multiple breakers, so that way if one goes, the other one, like the system and everything. That's why nothing died.
yeah, your
I know. Hold on.
Core P6 is powered down.
Well, you know what? It's probably a good segue time for me to bring up the Tower 500. So I'm going to go ahead and do that at the same time. So just bear with me, you guys.
Yeah, you go ahead and do
Bear
that.
with me. Winston, feel free to talk to him.
Oh, hey guys! I can't actually see the chat itself. Wait there, wait there. Let me see if I
Well,
can
you
bring.
can't bring
Well,
up.
no,
I
no.
mean, if
Let me
you
bring a
bring up
Twitch.
Twitch,
Yeah,
you
give me a
should be able to
second.
see the chat there in Twitch, and just maybe you might want to mute the site so you don't have the echo. But that was definitely a different experience for me, bro. That honestly has never happened. Because I've never had it where like the power's gone out completely. And that's just shutting the whole thing down because you know the building lost power. That's happened. But this one was just kind of like one breaker kind of flipped kind of thing. And I honestly have no idea. I know I'm not the only one here, but I am glad you guys are still here though. So yeah, we're bringing out the big guns here with this huge Tower 500 case. Yeah, give me a second, get this go up and running.
I've got this chat on the Twitch chat. I just said hi. Oh, there. I just got a.
Oh, there you are. Wait, where? Say hi in there. Say hi, Funky, to all the Funkies. Give them. Where's the chicken?
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Where's my chicken? Yeah.
It's here. It's here. Yeah,
I can hear him
I
loud and
brought
clear.
I brought it with me. All right, the funky
I'm glad
chick.
I was hoping you did. I
The
was
funky
hoping. I know
chick.
you're traveling, and I know you're a little limited on some of your resources, but I'm happy to know the chicken is still the priority. I love it.
All right.
Everybody say hi to Funky. He said hi back. Oh. All right, so let me go ahead and take some of these panels out, show you guys a little bit more, as well as get rid of all this glare, of course. So this is a new Tower 500. Of course, I'll be covering this again tomorrow on the stream. I'm just going to have to more or less find something else to talk about.
Yeah, so this is why is you got this is huge. So
This
it's not.
thing is huge.
I mean, it's something new, right? I mean, what happened to the mini one? I like the mini one.
So the Tower 100, I mean, you know, long story short, I guess I'm going to make this a long story. We had the Tower 900, right?
Yeah, it's huge.
It was the only case that we did in like a single series. We never do that. If we do a case line, we do like 17 different models of it. You know, not trying to talk anything, but level 20 series to all the level everythings, the views, the core piece. I mean, we never do just one case. So for something like the Tower 100 to come so much later, and to kind of follow with the Tower 900, doing a small version, I love the Tower 100. That cool little case, and like you were saying with mini ITX and everything, it's got its little place in the market, and I was really happy to see that. It was a fun little build. It might not necessarily be for water cooling and have all the room that you'd need, especially like the 900. But I think with the 500, we did offer a nice little medium. I definitely don't think that this is it for us with the Tower series. I could see us doing a lot of different versions. I mean, this is the 500. We could have a 600 next year, or this year we could have a 700 and 800. There could be a variety of different stuff. We could even have a Tower 550. I mean, come on. We could call it the Tower 590 and be like Nvidia.
Oh my god. It'd be like
Or we
the
could call it the 580 XT and be like AMD. You know what I mean?
five
There's a lot of fun things we could do, right?
yeah, the 590 Ti.
590. No, yeah, don't you dare call it a tie.
I hate it. Why do they call it a tie? It's Ti, right? I mentioned that in my show a couple of months ago. It's
Oh
like
my God.
it's not how it's not Ti. What the hell is Ti tie? Oh, I gotta get the 3090 tie.
He said tie like a million times. He said it so much. Dude, I started seeing people on Twitter blasting him about it and everything. Tie. Just
It's
laughing.
Ti.
He did this last time too, and we're like, you know, hey, maybe somebody's not giving him the memo. I don't know. But I know that it's not NVIDIA that names the product. It's us, the consumers. If we say it's a TI, then it's a TI. Even if they call it a tie, they need to change it and follow us because we're the ones in charge here. You know what I mean? I mean, but you know, it's that play on words, right? I mean, it can be either way. And I can understand somebody, when you talk about NVIDIA and you talk about these guys that are doing this stuff, they're not playing the games. You know what I mean? These are huge top director, you know what I mean? Businessmen and everything. Probably don't have time for those kind of things to be able to watch the internet and see what we call it. You know,
Yeah,
but somebody should
yeah.
definitely give them the memo there. At least hopefully they will for the next one and everything.
So
But
hey.
either way, we have a 2080 Ti water block mock-up in here with that, because I can't find 30 series cards nowhere either. We're hurting just as bad. And the Tower 500, it does have a variety of options for you to be able to do a lot of things with it. I would say it's a little limiting on the liquid cooling side, even though I tried to do my best with this, but it is only a 240-280 type of radiator case. I definitely wanted more out of it. I'm not going to lie, but of course I can't have everything. And this product does give some new incentives for people that are either looking for that aquarium style look, that flash, and have that kind of real estate on their desk, because this is definitely not small. I mean, I'm 6'5", and this case makes me look small. And that really doesn't happen too often unless I'm dealing with either a tower series or like a big view or some of our other ginormous cases, because it does support EATX, and it does have a lot of good storage options. So, I mean, the case does have additional storage in the back for HDD, SSDs. Somebody might want to make this a workhorse. The storage options up there. It had the dual pump configurations, because the case does offer these little panels that kind of cover it up. So if you're not doing like full end water cooling like I am, you still have some nice little panels that will cover it up, so it doesn't look like it's an empty case by any means. And then, like I said, you know, if you want to do like an AIO combination in here, and you just want to have something that looks nice and big and have that aquarium type of style to it, I mean, custom cooling really does go a long way. I mean, I'm proud of this fun little like 180 little bend like that. You can have some fun with it. It's got a lot of room for you to have fun with the tubes.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
that's more or less what I wanted to show off here with the build that I did in it here today. Hope you guys like
Okay. So you probably have them available in different colors, right? You're racing green, possibly.
So we're going to be launching these, of course, in the black and the snow editions, or like our standard colors that we normally do, black and white. And I could definitely see us doing this, because I mean, the Tower 100, of course, we've already done it in several different green colors, as well as the gold that you've seen. But we have some other colors we'd like to see. I mean, the chairs, right? We have those the new Argent chairs, like the one that I'm sitting in, that I've been test driving for Kenny here for, gosh, about 8-9 months now. Um, we have a variety of colors that came out with that. I mean, they even announced some new colors that we hadn't seen, which was the yellow. We even have like a saddle brown color for that like office kind of type of look. I got the green one that's over here as well, that matches the P6. But for now, I think this is going to come out. We'll see how this goes more or less time wise with the case by itself, kind of like our standard that we do. And then you can more or less expect, as we get forward here in 2022 with like Tower 500 color options, I'm pretty sure they're planning on that. So
Oh,
we'll have to wait and
nice.
see what colors they end up going with. But hey, let me ask you, what color would you like to see this in? Any particular color come to mind? Don't let the orange mask you or anything.
Oh well. Yeah, I
But
mean
is there a
definitely.
particular color that, well, what color would you like to see a case in? Is there a particular color that kind of gets your fancy?
Well, actually, I've noticed a lot of people now into their turquoise and Tiffany blue, that type of, like, pastel colors kind of thing.
The blue is nice. Do you see the
Yeah.
blue chair that we have? I wish I had a blue chair to show. Oh, that blue looks so nice. I do have this though. Speaking of turquoise, since you brought it up, let me see. Wait,
Yeah.
where am I at? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
over here. So we are going to be doing a variety of coolers as well. So this right here, as you see, is the turquoise 240 AIO. And then this one right here, particular, is our ARGB version. So then this is going to be something more that's just going to integrate with the motherboard color, 5-volt stuff, sync right up. And but the idea of this is that it's going to be in a 240 size. I'm curious to see if we go forward with doing like 120s that are going to support our Tower 100, or even doing something like a 360 that would support the Core P6. So we'll
Yeah.
have to see. I'm not exactly 100% sure why they went 240 first as far as case wise, but the AHT 200 does support a 240, and we're already doing those in these matching colors. So that's going to really bring that out. And I even have, here's the green one too. And I love these because we did the hoses as well. The hoses are green, the housing of the pump and everything.
Yeah. Yeah. I noticed that.
We went all out. Everything's green on here. Even these fans are limited edition tough fans that are in our racing green color. So you can only more or less get a racing green tough fan with this AIO. Now,
Yeah.
information wise, as far as getting all that to match, will be coming out as far as, when are we going to do turquoise or green or other colors for that matter, fans, as far as like the fans by themselves. We'll have more information on that, but I don't have anything to share on at the moment as of today.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, that's another feedback. I noticed some manufacturers now they're doing the AIOs with, like I said, the hose, in a different, like I said, the different colors. But also notice some of them are doing RGB hoses now.
Oh. Ooh. Now you're starting to bring out the Computex booths on me and everything. You walk in those Computex halls and you see all that fun little RGB stuff and everything. Yeah, the sky's the limit with this stuff. I know there's going to be a variety of people that are going to be out there doing their thing. I think this is a good standpoint for us. I mean, with the collaboration that we have with FA Porsche, you can definitely see we're going all in on that. And we got a lot of stuff going on there, Mr. Chicken. A lot of stuff going on there. And I saw that too. That's funny. But I mean, I see the idea that Kenny has started with what we're doing with Porsche, their design, their collaboration, integrating that into our Thermaltake chemistry and all that stuff that we do here at Thermaltake already.
Yeah,
The case itself might not be for everybody, but that's why we got a variety of options.
yeah,
There's a lot of fun things in regards to this, but the Tower 500 is definitely a first look here for us with CES 2022. The P6, of course, in that nice racing green, man, that came out. That was a fun build. Let me tell you, this was a challenging build because I wanted to do something more elegant with it and give it a little bit of style because I felt that's where the case was going to be at for me as a builder and how I just absorbed it. And then with the P6 and everything being a little bit flashier, like you saw, that was just kind of like the different side of me, doing something a little bit more flashy, a little bit more wild with the RGB on that I more or less like to do.
yeah. I mean, Thermaltake have always collaborated with big brands and manufacturers, especially car manufacturers. I remember a couple of years ago, more than that, I think about 5 6 years ago, they collaborated with BMW, right? With the
Correct.
those chassis with the yeah. So BMW, and I'm now moving on to like Porsche designs with the chairs and everything. That's something that's interesting, and
We're
there's
car
one that
guys at heart, buddy. We're car
yeah.
guys at heart. You can see it in the chemistry with all the stuff that we do. But yeah, the BMW stuff was cool.
Yeah.
We got some interesting things with that, and it's really neat to see. Maybe we'll work with Lamborghini next. Who knows?
Oh yeah, that'd be nice, Lamborghini. Yeah, yeah.
Wouldn't mind, or a little Ferrari red kind of case. You never know what could happen with us.
Oh, he's asking what's next? What have you got next for us?
Oh, okay. Next. Okay, so cases aside, big things aside, let's shift gears here a little bit. And let's talk a little bit about peripherals. So we actually have some new stuff that we're coming out with. I think a lot of this is more or less just kind of like an expansion on what we had before. I'll bring this in here. I apologize, I don't have a particular angle on it for you for this, but we can all still hear you and everything. We can take a look at. So this is the new Argent K6 keyboard, but what's different about this is the height of the keys. As you can
Ah.
see, this is one of those kind of low profile or half height cherry switch keys that we have here with the new Argent K6. Now, this still keeps that same little Argent style that you've seen that we've been doing. And again, another collaboration there. And then with this giving that half height, but still with the Cherry MX keys, it's really nice. Gives it kind of like, I guess you would say like the laptop type of key feel as far as how you would be pressing on this and what it feels like. You get a nice little magnetic memory foam wrist rest that comes included with it, volume wheel, media stuff, all the basics that you would look for with a standard keyboard, but just with the half height. I haven't had enough time with this to kind of really give too much of an opinion on it. But the keys do feel nice. I mean, of course, it's Cherry MX. We are going to be making this in two different switch versions as well. But this is just kind of like a little sneak peek at one of the newer products that we have coming out here. Let me see if I can get you some information on availability of that as well. One sec. I know you might be wanting to know. I apologize. I don't have all this memorized yet. A lot of stuff's been. So the Argent K6 is RGB. So we're going to have both this is gonna be, I think, a speed silver and a red switch as far as what we got going on with that. And these are gonna be looking. Oh, let me see. Do I not have price on this? Oh, I don't have price on this yet, so I
Yeah.
apologize about that.
The
Again,
red
a lot of stuff.
switches, the red
Yeah.
switches are great for gaming, and then you got the
Mm.
super fast silver switches. I think my friends into the silver switch, like the low or quick actuation, right? The
I
really
like the silver switch
fast,
personally myself.
yeah, the really fast key actuation where you just press it and it, you don't need to press right down. You just need to press like halfway through it and it's already
Right.
activated. So it's a really fast, responsive.
Not heavy. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't have that heavy weight to it, which of course some people like. And again, like I said, it's Cherry's. Cherry's makes some amazing switches. We've worked with them for years, and we've done a variety of different things. We've been doing more red stuff, which I'm kind of surprised on, as far as what we used to do, which was blue and browns for a while. But it's neat to see some change with that. I mean, I'd love to see us do some other stuff like blacks, for example. But I do like the speed silvers. They're a nice all around low heavy or I was gonna say low weight type of key press and everything. And then the reds are basically the reds that everybody likes, and that's just kind of the way that kind of rolls.
Right. Okay. Cool. All right. So keyboards covered. Your
That's new keyboard.
AIOs.
We got it there. And then AIOs. So we got a new mouse. So this is a new mouse that we have coming out. This is the Damasus. Is at least, gosh, I hope I said that right. This is our new Damasus mouse. Now, this right here is a different type of mouse. Now, of course, we're going to have this both in a corded and a wireless version for this particular mouse, but it has a different type of feel to it than what we've been doing with, say, like our level 20s or Iris or some of the other models. I could name a bunch of them. Theron is one that kind of comes back to memory for me. When I think about this mouse, I look at like the height of the side of this, the type of either like claw or palm type of feel to it. Especially for me with like a bigger hand and everything, this does give a nice amount of space for a lot of people with larger hands. And it gives me a little bit of that Theron type of feel. You get two side buttons on that side, so it's not ambidextrous. And it's got a nice big, RGB scroll wheel. Get a little bit of RGB here and there. And then this one being the corded one, you get a pretty good little USB cord, pretty standard. And then we also have a wireless version as well.
Nice. Okay.
That's cool, cool little stuff that we got coming out for at least some peripheral line. I mean, we don't want to, I guess, necessarily like kind of leave it off to the side and everything, but we do a lot here at Thermaltake. Case power cooling, especially now with memory. I mean, we got DDR5 stuff coming out. There's a lot of stuff going on with that. We'll have more information. I wish I had more than just kind of like a stick to talk about, but this right here is one of our new Toughfan XG DDR5 modules. So I mean, I can hold this like
nice.
Lisa does at AMD, holding the chip. Here you go. But I like the XGs. I like the XGs a lot. You see, exactly. See, we're all AMD here. We're all AMD here. Here you go.
It's actually blurred my chicken out.
It's blurred the chicken. Oh man.
Look at the AI on this. It's
right?
using the algorithm from Google, right? It's focusing on my face.
Okay, all right, yeah.
It's not even focusing. There you go. Ah, here you go.
Oh, there you go. There you go. See, so we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with this. We don't have too much information to share, but of course more is going to be coming out. We're doing both RGB and non-RGB for DDR5. The XG memory is something I'm really excited about. I like the design of this, the additional LEDs that we did in comparison to the Toughfan RGB, one of the TT logos that we first came out with. So I'm glad. I like this design. I'm glad that this one kind of went forward with DDR5 options versus the other. I mean, we kind of talked about it a little bit internally with the company, and I really like this, and it's looking good. Maybe we should change some colors on it and do some stuff. You never know what we can do here at Thermaltake, and I think just time's going to tell as far as where we go down the road with DDR5, because, man, these speeds are going to get wild.
Oh, yeah.
The capacities are doubling. So, I mean, people that are like going, I got 32 gigs of memory, you'll never use that much. You only need 16. Welcome to 128 with DDR5.
What? 128 modules?
I mean, I'm not saying the modules, but I'm saying, capacity-wise, like
four
sticks.
Yeah.
Easy. You got me excited there on that. 128 gig stick. Oh, my God. Can you imagine how thick that thing would be? It's a 48-layer
48 be 96.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're right. It would be 96 layers. Oh
Oh
God, can you
boy.
imagine how thick that would be? So thick, dude. You'd have to space out the slots. Yeah,
Oh,
we'll see what
crazy.
happens with that. There's been a lot going out there. I mean, I've recently built a Z690 board. Found some things first off that's going on with DDR5. I mean, I had a couple of hiccups in the beginning with some of the stuff that we had. BIOS update fixed that. So I've been telling everybody, you're going with the new stuff. Make sure you check BIOSes. There's like new
Yeah,
BIOSes coming out like every week
yeah,
from what I've been seeing on that, and it's just improving and improving
definitely.
for a lot of the new stuff that's
Well,
coming out and everything.
well, I'm actually excited, more excited with the up and coming AM5 from AMD,
Right.
supporting DDR5 and PCI 5. Intel's, Alder Lake with their, DDR5 and PCI 5, and was it the Z690 chipset? I'm like, okay, I guess, but
Right.
AMD, that's gonna be there. It's gonna be really good. AM5 socket is gonna be
It's
kick
going to be
ass.
interesting to see. I mean, at least AMD stuck to their story. I definitely got to give them props for that. They told
Yeah,
us AM4 was ending, and they were honest about it. And they
yeah,
said, hey, this is going to be it. The next one's going to be AM5. We've already been seeing a little bit of rumors that are going out there with that, with AM5 and how that's going to go. I mean, like just in the same thing when you're talking about new socket, how's that's going to fit for cooling? I mean, that's a big thing for us here at Thermaltake. How we can adapt to that, just like how we came out with the LGA
yeah,
1700
yeah.
socket. We had to make brackets for all the
The
new
brackets.
1210 Intel.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that again, or figuring out what's going to go on going forward with that, because socket wise doesn't look like there's a huge change. I mean, it's not like it's a Threadripper socket, for God's sakes.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I mean, as far as like the space of that, so it looks pretty standard. Excited definitely for AMD. Wow, what a couple of years AMD has had.
Oh yeah,
um,
definitely. They've
it's
they've
been huge for them. It's been huge for us in the market too.
yeah,
It's really breathed a lot of new life into a lot of people with gaming and giving them options. You
definitely,
know,
definitely. Yeah.
so
I've all my systems AMD now. Apart from one Intel, which I need for testing, but even my
right.
laptop's a Ryzen 9. Is it Ryzen 9? Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow, Ryzen 9 laptop baller,
Oh, it's
dude.
the Zephyrus ROG G14 with the LED display at the back. It looks perfect. It's got my little logo
Nice,
on
dude.
there.
See, that's what it's all about, man. Enjoying your tech. You know what I mean? Wherever you get, whatever you get, where you go, how you use it. I mean, it's just an experience, right? And we're just trying to have a little spot in our corner or our page,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it, here for us at Thermaltake, and just trying to integrate new things. I mean, the software and stuff really makes some nice little options. We're expanding on that. It's not perfect, but nobody else is. The coolant. I mean, if you didn't really notice, this is a specialty coolant that we have. It's not available yet. I am still testing it. It's a nice 3D effect coolant. We don't even have a name for it.
A
I've had it.
3D effect coolant? What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Well, you saw how with the P6, how with that front radiator, the reservoir, how it had that little effect in there with the coolant. Same with this. With
Hmm.
let me see. Bring this in here. I'll show more of this. I'll show more of this to my guys tomorrow on the stream. But it's not just a solid opaque coolant. It is basically, it has like a 3D effect to it. It makes a really cool little effect. But the thing that matters is longevity. It's got to last more than 3 days or 3 weeks for that matter. So a lot of this kind of stuff we're developing and doing it all internally. And I'm very proud to say that I'm doing a lot of hands-on with it. These guys are awesome. They know who to send it to. And I've been testing it for 8+ months, man. And like I've told them, we got to wait. Wait, guys, we got to wait. Let's make sure. Let's make sure. I think we're getting close on it. I can't wait to talk more about it because you know me with cooling, man. Come on. This is a tough one for me to hold back on. But I'm able to at least show the coolant without talking about what it is. But when that day comes and we get to talk about it, I really hope people get to try it. I'd love to do some testing, demo, whatever it would be on it to see what other people do with it. Because again, I'm only really testing this with Thermaltake stuff.
Mhm.
We are using copper radiators with it. We do have aluminum radiators, but we've been more or less kind of shifted over to copper. All of our blocks are nickel plated, so there's no issues there. And the results that I've had with the systems that I've built, all the way back from PAX 2 years ago, is where I more or less showed it for the first time publicly. I've
Yeah.
been using it in almost every build going forward since then because I want to know how it works. I'll leave the system over there in my office or in my other showroom, and I'll just let it sit for a couple of months because I want to know how bad it could get. You know what
That's
I mean? When
true.
you
That's
fire
true.
it
I
back
mean,
up,
if
you
you
go on vacation, you move, right? That system's going to be down for a little bit. I mean, more or less, you drain it and do all that. But what if you went on vacation for a couple of weeks and you come back? Do you want your system to be all clogged up, or do you want that thing to fire right back up? These are the kind of
exactly,
things that we're thinking about, and the longevity is definitely a big priority for us. So that's
yeah,
all I'm going to really say. I can't say too. God, I can't say too much more, but I'm super excited for it. I hope that we can offer this as a nice alternative for people that are looking for an effect that's got long-term options for it.
yeah, definitely. So yeah, water cooling has always been a big thing for Thermaltake cases. I love the
Absolutely,
all the
brother.
cooler and the fans, and then it's over the last couple of years they started doing RGB RAM things like that. So the product line and chairs, gaming chairs,
Right.
accessories and stuff like that. Collaboration with card manufacturers and also so Thermaltake been really up there with their game, and I love to see some new products when it do come out in 2022. And hopefully we'll see more at Computex. Hopefully, if that show
I
goes on.
am definitely hoping.
Yeah.
I don't see us doing a lot of comp. I mean, me personally, at least from the U.S. side, I definitely can see us doing something for Computex. Maybe we'll do another live thing. Maybe we'll be doing another virtual expedition,
Hmm.
as far as like how we do our expos and stuff. Because we did have one last week. There's a lot of stuff out there, live streams from both Australia as well as Taiwan. But let's see what we do in the summer.
Yeah.
Maybe it'd be something we can chat about again here
That's
with
right.
you, and we'll do it on your channel next time.
Yeah, sure. I mean, like I said, you got a show every Wednesday, right? You said like
Yep.
yeah. So I could join in your show when I get settled over in Canada.
And you
Once
beat me to
once.
it.
Yeah,
He
definitely.
beat me to it, guys. I was just about to offer, like, hey, when you get all settled in, man, we're gonna have to bring you back on here.
Oh
Make
yeah,
sure
yeah,
you bring
yeah,
the
yeah.
sticker. We're gonna have to chat a little bit and everything. We'll have some fun with that for sure. Especially since we share similar platforms too.
Oh
So
yeah.
we could do some fun stuff with that. So I'm looking forward to it.
Of course. I mean, definitely. If you need a helping hand in testing some of your stuff, let me know. I mean, I'm all down for it. Because normally I build 2 systems a year, and
Mhm.
normally each year I ask them will take for whatever new products they have, so I can build up my system. So it's basically parts I've reviewed, and it's rather than just sitting on the shelf, I rather use that to build a system, new build. Uh, but yeah, last couple of years I haven't built any because of course COVID and all that kind of stuff, which is a bit of a pain. And then plus
Oh, everybody.
my plans are moving as well. So now next year or this coming year, this year 2022,
Mhm.
I'll be settled down a little bit more, and then we'll do a little bit more collaboration
A little bit
shows.
closer. We'll be a little bit closer in our neck of the woods and everything like that.
Yeah,
If
that'd be good.
anything, I'll be excited to work with you.
Definitely. All right. So
Okay.
anything more before we close up?
I think that's about it for me here. I mean, as far as the products that I do have, we do have some other products out there that are looking really neat. We have some new CPU blocks, the W8 and the W9. We got this wild looking car gauge thing called the TF3 that I just can't wait to get my hands on and see what that's all about. So there are some other things, but most of that, of course, was limited to like a single type of samples and everything that was hosted from our headquarters. So if you want to learn more, see more like that, check us out on our official global pages for YouTube for those full length videos, kind of covering all the products that they had over there. This is what I got. This is what I could show and everything. Hope you guys like this here for this. And definitely when I get more stuff, as like you said, we do in weekly shows just like you. When we get some new products in, we'll be throwing them on the bench, getting them built into something fun and talking about it.
Excellent. Thanks, Max, for your time.
Yeah.
Interesting
Thank you, man.
products. Yeah, and say, fucky chick still here.
Nice. Well, I'm gonna have to get a sound bite for that chicken from you, and I can throw that into my soundboard here. We're gonna have to. I
Definitely.
should, if I would have planned for this, I would have definitely had something like that. So, hey, thank you so much, man. You
Yeah,
take care.
likewise.
Stay safe, of course. Good luck on the move and everything, and we look forward to seeing you on when you get booted back up here with your new channel and your new location, my friend. All right?
Sure. Excellent.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Keep in touch, man.
Yeah, definitely. If you check out Mike on his channel also at funkykit.com, you can head up to our YouTube channel as well as live shows on Twitch. And yeah, until next time, see you, Mike.
All right.
Great.
You guys take it easy. We'll see you guys. We'll be live again tomorrow. Thanks for jumping in real quick. Appreciate you guys that have been on here. All right. We'll see you
Stay
guys
safe.
later.
Bye bye.
Take it easy.